Some of the behaviour of people on YouTube always surprises me, you know, how rude people can be. And by rude I don't mean that they swear a lot, you know, or call each other arseholes or any of that kind of stuff. I'm fine with that. It's to do with the I don't know, the social inadequacy of some people, or the social manipulation. And I'm particularly thinking about the treatment of some large channels to some small channels. You know, because sometimes you'll get people who've got a lot of subscribers, big channels or medium-sized channels, and they'll do something or make reference to a smaller channel, which causes all kinds of havoc. And that sometimes it's fine, you know. I mean, sometimes, I recently commented on Jacqueline Glenn, who did a response to a small channel, you know, a guy who was a Christian guy, who was a well-spoken guy. In a sense, it was no harm done. I don't think she had any malicious intent. It caused this guy a little bit of grief, but it also gave him some attention. So although, yeah, she probably could have done it better, not a huge problem with that. I also don't have that much of a problem with pornage videos. I don't really like them, although I can kind of admire the quality of a well-done pornage like anybody else. I don't have that much problem with them though. I mean, it does always work best, for me at least, when a small channel pwns a large channel. You know, when it's a large channel just ripping another one in a small channel, that always looks like bullying to me. But again, I can kind of understand that, particularly if it's coming from a channel that is kind of known for that. That's what they do, you know. But what really pisses me off is when it's a large channel that you kind of know is deliberately sicking its followers, sicking their sycophants onto smaller channels. And I was recently, well, just this morning I noticed that with Thunderf00t. Now Thunderf00t, you know, he should be, education and science for the win, yeah? He should be, in my opinion, a model of ethical behaviour. He talks a lot about ethics. He talks a lot about, you know, ethical behaviour between the genders, ethical behaviour in relation to knowledge transfer and education more generally, ethical behaviour in relation to honesty in science and ethical behaviour in relation to religion. He talks a lot about that. So he should be, you know, he should be beholden to that. He should be about that. But he made a comment this morning on one of in Mendham's videos on his new channel. I can't remember its name, but he made a comment on that channel this morning. And Thunderf00t very rarely comments, hardly ever comments, hardly ever likes and favourites. And the reason why he hardly ever does it, I have no doubt, is because he knows the power of that. He knows that if he likes or favourites something, then dozens or hundreds of people will flock to wherever he's pointed them, you know. He has a reputation as being, as having information, as being a source of valid information, as being of being a reputable source. So if he makes a comment, as he did on in Mendham's video this morning, of course people are going to flock over there. And it was a very innocuous comment. It wasn't a comment like, I mean, Gary's video, in Mendham's video, was very critical of Thunderf00t. Fine, you're allowed to be critical on the internet. But Thunderf00t's comment wasn't, you know, interesting comments, this is where I think you've gone wrong. No, it was this kind of sarky, oh, this is greatly fun, very funny lulls. But the only reason that Thunderf00t would put that on there is so that it shows up on his activity feed, his subscribers see it, they go across there, and they get an opportunity to vent their spleen on Mendham's channel. Now, whatever you think about Mendham, and of course I have problems with Mendham myself, that's really crappy behaviour. That is not science and education for the win. It is not a mark of good social conduct in this space, in my opinion. You know, it's clearly an attempt to direct attention where you think that attention can do some harm. It's, you know, it's malicious and sneaky and underhand and dishonest, and it speaks very badly of Thunderf00t and the people who follow his lead and just go off and do his dirty work for him. But it also, you know, it just speaks badly of how this site can be manipulated, how the social fabric of this environment can be, can be used to ill effect by people who don't have proper ethics in place, even though they keep saying they have. It's disgraceful.